Hello, everyone. Welcome to the onboarding webinar for Machine Learning Nano Degree. My name is Kevin. I'm the mentor of this group. In this onboarding webinar, I'm going to give a brief introduction of this Machine Learning Nano Degree program. For example, what topics will you guys learn? What project will you build as you progress in this in the course? As well as the mentor services that I am a mentor will provide um, to you guys. I will give as much as help I can give when you are when you have difficulties um, troubleshooting problems, answering questions, or understanding the concept of machine learning, and so on. Okay, so let's jump right in. First of all, welcome to the machine learning nano degree. You have made your very first step into the machine learning industry. Currently, machine learning are really hot. There are some really popular areas in the machine learning industry or application. So the first one is natural language processing, in short, NLP. Um, it uses machine learning to it trains machine learning models to understand human language so that you can save a lot of human force when dealing with language based tasks. The second one is object recognition or detection problem. So object recognition problems are basically given a photo, can a model correctly recognize if a given photo um, is uh, the correct label? For example, given a bunch of image of dogs, can the model successfully classify um, the animal in these images are dog? Okay. So object detection problem is actually a little bit harder than recognition because object detection problem is first of all in real time, and second, um, it it needs to detect every object in the image and try to um, classify them as what it believes it should be. For example, in the image, there is a dog, a cat, a human, and a car. Um, we expect this detection model to detect every object in the image with some level of confidence score. And the third big field of machine learning is image generation and music generation. So, in general, generation problem. Image generation can be widely seen in the gaming industry, for example. Um, you know, Currently the games are getting bigger and bigger, and the game designer or art designer need to draw a lot of the details. For example, uh, the scenes, the characters, and so on. These could a lot of human force. So image generation actually helps human to um, to generate these images out of nowhere, which is quite incredible. So the model can be trained to generate an image of church, um, mountains, street, cars in the game. There's a website actually called Deepfake. It generates fake human face. And what's creepy about it is that normal people actually cannot uh, tell the difference between this fake human and the real human because those fake humans actually do not exist. Um, Okay, so the music generation problem. There are a lot of cool projects about music generation. For example, Deep Beethoven, Deep Bach, um, those music generator models actually can generate um, similar style music that it's been trained for. Okay, so let's move on. Um, so yeah, NLP can be widely seen in artificial intelligence assistant, no matter it's on mobile or laptop, such as Siri on the iPhone, which is a mobile platform, or Cortana on Windows. Um, there are Google Assistant and Alexa and etc. More interestingly is that NLP is actually used in customer service. So in China, there's a big company called Alibaba, and under Alibaba, there's a big, rich company called Taobao, which is an e-commerce company. So Taobao deals with uh, millions or billions of customer service every day. Um, and those services are tedious. The NLP actually helps people to save um, human forces from dealing with these tedious problems. So NLP can be trained to understand what the customer are trying to say and provide the correct um, service to for the customers. Okay, then object detection. As I said before, detection model need to be in real time, so it needs one, um, the accuracy, and two, the speed when it tries to predict what is in the image. So it is widely used in robotics and self-driving cars. As we can see in the picture, normally model comes with a confidence score with a classification result of any project it encountered in the image. Okay, so now let's talk about the course. So in the machine learning nanodegree program, I will briefly talk about the syllabus of this program and my experience when I took this course. So the first lesson is machine learning foundations. To be honest, there isn't a lot of content to be learned in the lesson one. It basically talks about what is machine learning, why do we need machine learning, where is machine learning used or applied in the industry. Um, and lesson two, um, since starting from lesson two, you will need to complete a project to be graduated from that topic. So lesson two discusses um, some of the model evaluation method and validation method. For example, how you can evaluate the model of its performance, right? How can you tell if this model is performing good or not? What is the concept of accuracy metric, um, and so on. And then in terms of validation, um, what is cross validation, and how can we validate if this model is a good model or bad model. And for lesson three, you have supervised learning. Uh, in this topic, it talks about um, a lot of the useful algorithm and their supervised learning. For example, SVM, linear regression, decision tree. There is uh, a topic called embedding algorithms. So basically, it talks about some of the um, popular embedding, method, such as random forest. You combine, a lot of decision trees together, and then to make them a powerful one while making a decision. Um, so that's supervised learning. And supervised learning is a little bit different than supervised learning. So for supervised learning, you are given a bunch of data and a true label associated with the data. But for unsupervised learning, you're not given the label. You're um, you're training a model to find the pattern of the data by itself. Um, so for lesson 5, deep learning, um, personally, I found deep learning is the most interesting topic among all machine learning concepts. So in deep learning, you will learn the concept of neural networks, what is a convolutional network, why deep neural network actually performs better, and so on and so forth. Um, so for lesson 6 is reinforcement learning. To be honest, reinforcement learning is a little bit hard. It's harder than the other topics, but reinforcement learning is super powerful. Uh, uh, Reinforcement learning is the algorithm behind AlphaGo, um, you know, which builds beats the world champion Go player. So RL actually teaches a model to master a task, right? Playing Go, um, or you know, uh, teaches the quadcopter to fly, or so on. So yeah. Part 7 is machine learning capstone. Is not a lesson, is rather to be a project capstone project designed for you to be graduated from the course. So this part is really fun, and it's really I was really excited when I designed my own capstone project. Bring the idea and implement, and then learn and implement, and see my model's accuracy getting higher and higher, and then finally write my own report. Um, this is really good, really good way um, to learn a problem and then finalize it. Okay, so projects. So the first project that you will be dealing with is predicting Boston housing prices. You will be given a lot of the Boston housing prices, as well as its environmental factors. For example, you're giving the position of that a Boston apartment, and the education. For example, whether in that neighborhood, um, are there a lot of school? What is the average salary of the people who lives in that neighborhood? Um, yeah, a lot of similar uh, factor that you need to consider about while predicting the Boston housing prices. That's um, So you will need to teach your model to predict such a price given those factors. So the second project is finding donors. This project is interesting because um, you will need to implement a lot of the supervised learning algorithms to find the best one. It's a great opportunity to actually get hands-on experience implementing those algorithms using scikit-learn, and then find which one is a better fit to what kind of problem. Um, so the third one is unsupervised learning project. So you will be given um, the customer data from a wholesale supermarket, and you will need to train the model to find a pattern of this all of the customers and try to cluster it. For example, if you can find a cluster of customers tend to be single because they don't buy a lot of stuff, um, or they buy fast food or so on. And another cluster of customer tend to be married father or mother because they buy you know uh, family scale milk, family size milk, bread, sausages, and so on. You can actually tell the difference according to this customer shopping record. Okay, so deep learning project. Um, your task is to recognize the dog breeds given an image of dog. So you will be training a convolution neural network to be able to recognize, to be able to do such a task. This is a project that I found that I, as a human, am worse than a computer. It's pretty sad. Reinforcement learning project will let you to teach a quadcopter to fly. Uh, so yeah, it's a little bit complicated because it involves a lot of coding and a good understanding of dynamic programming, which is a essential part of computer science. So definitely be well prepared and st study carefully uh, when you were in when you're in this topic. And the last one is the capstone project. Uh, is a exciting project because you can bring your idea to reality, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So my experience with Udacity when I take this course is that I found that Udacity is a great platform to start when you like first learn something. Um, because I found that Udacity focuses on hands-on experience more than the other, educational organizations, uh, online educational organizations. So, you're building project that focuses on, real life problems. So, and you will need to use um, like for example Python and Jupyter's, uh, as well as those important libraries such as scikit-learn and Keras, which you will actually be using them while you go to the industry, go to work, when you become a machine learning engineer in the future. So I think the hands-on experience is really the key to your success uh, as a machine learning engineer. And the third advice I think is important is to find a topic that you find the most interesting and go deep. If you want to go into a industry, um, definitely be an expert at something first. Um, for example, if you want to go to self-driving car industry, probably you can focus on computer vision or deep learning or localization problem. You can't be an expert at everything. It's possible, but it's nearly impossible, right? So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the mentor service. So in general, as a mentor, I will be giving a one-to-one virtual call uh, weekly and a weekly webinars that I can talk about, some of the topics of machine learning or some of the technical problem that a lot of students are asking. And the third one is the customized learning plans. So I can talk about I can customize the learning plan for each student while we are in the virtual call. You can track your learning progress and make the plans for the next week and so on. And the fourth one is that the AMA asks me anything session. Um, is similar to one-to-one virtual call and a weekly webinar, but AMA is, is a one-to-many um, session. So the one-to-one virtual call. Um, so a one-to-one virtual call is happening each week for 30 minutes on Slack. The purpose of the one-to-one virtual call is that um, a mentor can, review the content from the previous week with students or revise student learning plan or talk about the present progress of a student, talk about technical project related problems such as the problem that the student has encountered in the project and don't know how to solve. A student can book a virtual call every week for on Calendly. So this is the link that this is my link of this is the link to my Calendly account. So you can go to this link and book an appointment with me. So my available time for one-on-one virtual call is Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. at EST time. So after you book the appointments with me, when the time has arrived, you can just click the call button on Slack under the direct message conversation with me. So basically, you can just click that call button at the upper right corner. Okay, so weekly webinars. So weekly webinars will be happening on YouTube Live. I will, send my schedule when I, you know, when I'm going to do the weekly webinars. So in weekly webinars, we can do a quick overview of the course content. We can cover some of the reference material that can help you guys understand the concepts better, and it will also assist you with your queries. So the queries means basically the question that you have been asking in the Slack channel. For example, we can cover a tutorial of implementing a convolutional neural networks using Keras or TensorFlow. Um, it could be helpful when you're, in the progress of doing the dog project. This is typo. There's no cat involved. So yeah, it could be a tutorial, it could be a QA, it could be anything. Okay, so customized learning plans. I mean, everyone, how do I say? While you're learning this Udacity nano degree program, I guess you have already been working or studying at university or a school. I mean, I know that feeling. When you're learning something new, you still have a lot of things to do at work or at school. So a customized learning plan can really help you to force you to learn the materials to help you make progress. So as a mentor, I can customize a plan with you and another degree, and is a weekly basis, and we can, every week we can customize this plan that consists of the topics that need to be covered in the following week. And after the week is done, we can review the progress each week and then plan for the next week. And the AMA session. So similarly, it's also 30 minutes long. It's conducted weekly on Slack. It resolves any general, technical, or industrial scope related queries from students. Also, I will send the AMA session schedule Slack before conducting the AMA session. Okay, so thank you. That's it. Again, I apologize that I couldn't do the YouTube Live uh, onboarding webinar because of the technical issue. So have a good night and happy learning.